This customer ordered 37 items. 37, my biggest order yet. I saw it come through on my phone Saturday morning and I literally froze staring at the screen for like a good 30 seconds. I'm like, there's no way they ordered 37 things. And they got like a ton of different stuff, like mugs, glasses, keychains, hair clips. They got a whole slew of things. So I spent most of the day on Saturday making the keychains because I have a lot of the supplies already ready, but like not all of them are like made. Like I don't have 10 keychains made of every single thing at any given time. That would just take up like way too much time. So I have the supplies to make it, but I just have to make it. So that's what I was doing on Saturday. And I just finished making the rest of the stuff today, along with all the other orders I got, because I got a ton of orders for Black Friday, which I was like shocked because it's been pretty slow lately, like slower than I was anticipating. I think because unfortunately a lot of people are struggling financially, which I understand. I'm not like upset about it at all. I just wasn't expecting like an influx of orders. So I spent most of the weekend making stuff. Yeah, so I have everything on my phone here. I'm just going to start packing this order. So I'm gonna do keychains first. I'm gonna try to put it all in one box, like one big box, because I have a big box, but I have all the keychains ready right here on my desk. So I'm just gonna start with those first and then work my way to the glasses, which I'm gonna put at the bottom because they're the heaviest. They ordered a lot of keychains. They ordered like 17 keychains. I got some boxes, which hopefully will be enough. I finished up like a huge box that I had and I ordered a box of like 20 from Amazon, which by the way, I don't know, maybe that's just me not looking at like the colors properly, but I ordered these boxes on Amazon and I thought that the color, it said it was brown and it did kind of look beige on the website, but this is like not the brown that I wanted. This is the brown that I wanted, and these are Craft from Michaels, but they're way too expensive. I was looking around for more boxes to try to get them from like wholesale places because sometimes they could be cheaper, but then it's like the shipping is like $20, $30 even just for like one small box. So it doesn't really make any sense. So I'm just gonna stick with Amazon because even though like the price per box is like a little bit more, you don't have to pay for shipping. That's like the only downside, I feel like. Like I would rather purchase from a supplier that sends like a bunch of stuff to like businesses and whatever, like rather than Amazon, but I don't want to pay $25 in shipping, you know? So I don't know, whatever. I'm waiting on more boxes to come. All right, and this one, oh my gosh. So this one is really popular and I actually like, I sold so many of these during Black Friday that like I sold out, and since it's been so busy with like the holidays, Amazon's been delayed, so I haven't been able to like put these back up in my shop yet. They're supposed to come, the mushrooms are supposed to come on Thursday, but they're so cute. They're like this glass like cottage core type keychain with little mushrooms and leaves and flowers, and I thought it was really cute, and they sold out, which is like shocking. It's so weird how things sell. I've had a mushroom glass on my Etsy shop for like a year and a half now, and it looks pretty similar to this one except like the mushrooms are green, but it has like mushrooms and leaves or whatever, right? And I've like never sold one. But then I make a mushroom keychain and I sell like a bunch. So it's very interesting. So they ordered one of those. So I'm going to put them all in boxes and then like I'll tie together the ones that are the same because I was contemplating putting 2 keychains in one box, but then I thought that looked kind of stupid. So we're gonna do one for each, and I'm gonna tie everything together with this string. And honestly, I bought this, like, it's just like twine basically that I use for a lot of my orders. Like instead of a ribbon, I just buy twine, and it was really cheap. It fits my aesthetic and it's lasted for a very long time. I'm still like half of the way through and I've had this for like a year and a half. It's crazy. And if I sound a little tired, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm gonna drink my tea. Hopefully I don't sound too nasally because I hate that. I feel like I have a really nasally annoying voice, like baseline. So then when I get sick and I have like a nasally voice, I just hate it. Anyway. Also, props to any of you 14 viewers who are watching this and know who's on my shirt right now. I made a TikTok about it, but I dragged my husband to see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Cause fun fact about me, I'm not very vocal about it. I'm getting more comfortable with just like being myself in general. I'm just trying to express my interest a little bit more. So if you didn't know, I'm a huge anime nerd. I love anime. Not all anime. I like horror anime and like shonen type anime. I don't like slice of life or sports or romance so much. But yeah, so I love anime and my husband doesn't, but he sucks it up for me. And he'll watch stuff if I ask him to, which is really sweet. So I dragged him. He hadn't seen Jujutsu Kaisen at all. He'd watched like a few episodes like just in the background like while I'm watching them, and he's like, I don't know what the hell is going on. And I'm like, don't worry, I don't either. Like I've watched it twice now and I still like really paying attention. I still don't really understand what's happening. Like I do, but I don't, like, it just doesn't make sense to me most of the time. But yeah, so we watched it and I thought it was really good. I think people were not aware that it was mostly a recap, which I didn't mind because I knew that, like, going into it. But some people were like, I guess they thought it was gonna be like all of the new season. But anyway, yeah, so this is Chozo. Love him. The only character that I like more than Chozo is Levi Ackerman. He is lucky that he doesn't exist in real life. That's all I can say. Okay, so then she ordered 3 gingerbread keychains. Why are you not focusing? Hello? All right, there we go. And so I got the gingerbread charms on Amazon, and the buttons, why is it spinning this way? The buttons are originally blue and I didn't like that, so I painted them white. And I think it looks a little bit better. Like, I don't know why you would want like a red bow tie and then like blue buttons. It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, like, I like Gojo too, but I'm not like a die-hard Gojo fan. I don't know. I like him, but I think Chozo is way more like for the girls, and Gojo's just like kind of cocky. Like, he's a little too cocky for me to like really get behind him. Honestly, like JJK, I don't really watch it for the plot. Like, I just watch it for like the enjoyment of watching it, if that makes sense. Like, I can't get too invested in the plot because like I don't really understand a lot of it. So I'm gonna set these off to the side. She really got a lot of keychains. It's so exciting. I just recently started making keychains too. I can't believe that so many people like them. So next we have some fall ones, which I'm surprised that people are still getting fall themed items, but like I don't hate it because I love fall. So like I get it. And these are cute. I have like the same pumpkins. I have, oh my gosh, it's not focusing, whatever, I give up. But I use the same pumpkins that I use for my ghost keychain, and I like them. I think they're cute. All right, so she got 2 of these. 1, 2. I always just like check to make sure that everything is like nicely like tightened and connected before I send it out, because I feel like there's nothing worse. Obviously, like, shit happens and mistakes happen or things like become defective or whatever. But like I feel like there's nothing worse as like a customer than being really excited to receive an item only for it to be like broken. So I never want to do that. I had that happen over the summer where I was sending out the tumblers and like I use a lot of bubble wrap and like I try to like protect things like as well as I possibly can, and the tumblers were cracking. They were separating from the inside somehow, like during transit. And it was only a few colors from like this one brand that I just started buying from. Looked at the reviews on Amazon. Other people were like, I've had issues with my tumblers cracking, like don't buy these. I'm like, all right. So I actually just like got rid of them because I'm like, I'm not gonna risk that. One, it's annoying for me to like have to worry about it and then have to fast track shipping a new one to the customer if it like breaks. And also like I feel horrible for the customer. It's a bad experience. Like why would you want to like come back and buy from someone again? And it's just not fair. Especially because a lot of the tumblers, I felt really bad. They're either for birthday parties or like bachelorette parties. So I'm like, that's such a stressful time for them to then get a tumbler and have it break is like, awful. Don't mind Luna eating over here in the corner. I love when they eat. I love the sound of my cats eating food and drinking water. I don't know if anyone remembers that Family Guy episode where they're like trapped in the house during a storm and Brian takes mushrooms. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's this clip is from, but where yeah, because then Brian's like really thirsty and he's really thirsty from like coming down from his high. So he like runs into the kitchen and is drinking water. And Peter's like, oh, he's drinking water. And then like you hear like Brian like in the background like drinking water, and then he stops and Peter's just like, aw. And that's kind of how I feel when my cats eat or drink anything. I'm like, oh my God. You're done? Meow, meow, meow. I'd pick her up and show her to you guys, but she hates being held. I can only hold her maybe like once a week when she's in a good mood, so I'm so excited about these ones. I think they're so adorable. So this one is a raspberry one. And then I also have one that's blueberries. I'm like a sucker for really cute fruit themed things. So they actually got one of each, or 2 raspberry and 1 blueberry. But yeah, back to anime. If anyone watches anime and wants to talk about it with me, especially Attack on Titan, I've been literally begging like anyone I've ever known to watch Attack on Titan and then like talk about it with me. And my husband did watch Attack on Titan and he liked it. That was like, I think Death Note was actually the first anime I ever made him watch. And he liked that. And then he watched Attack on Titan with me because I literally made him last year. And he really liked it, but like as much I guess as someone who's like uninterested in anime can like it. But he like doesn't want to like talk about it, you know? Like he's not as into it or like obsessed as I am. So if anyone is a huge Attack on Titan fan or a JJK, please reach out to me. I am begging. I went to the Attack on Titan orchestra concert last month. That was so cool. Oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. And I did dress up. Like I made a jacket and like a makeshift like scout uniform. And there were other people dressed up, which was really fun. And there's actually one guy dressed up as Zeke and he literally looked just like Zeke. Like even without like the costume, dude looked just like Zeke. So that was really cool. People were like taking pictures with him and stuff. And that was like really exciting. Yeah, it was so good. I would recommend it. I think they're coming back. Oh my God, I can't get this open. I think they're coming back to like certain areas of the US next year, but they're not coming back to New York, sadly. Oh my God, that was crazy. Oh, I don't think I like these as much. Boo. Whatever. Will do for now. Back on the fruit trend, I have 2 apple keychains. I actually got these at Hobby Lobby, which I know Hobby Lobby is like not great, but I couldn't find these anywhere else. But they're cool. They're like chrome. She got a starfish one, which is pretty cool. I actually haven't had anyone buy these yet, which I was shocked because I had these out in the summer and I was kind of shocked that no one bought them because like I think they're beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm biased sometimes. Like sometimes I'll make stuff and I'm like, oh, I love that. And like I like it so much that I wind up like using it or putting it on my purse or whatever. And then like no one else buys it. I'm like, all right. But then some things I make and I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's cute, but it's not like my favorite thing ever. And then like sometimes that's the one that sells out and I'm like, huh. You honestly never know what's gonna pop off on your small business. It's really hard to predict sometimes. Sometimes I think if I think something's gonna like do really well, I'll make sure I stock up on like the charms or whatever. And then sometimes it does well and then sometimes it doesn't. So like if it doesn't, then I'm stuck with all of these charms that like, what am I gonna do with if people aren't buying them? Like I feel like I wasted my money. But then if I don't stock up and like something blows up and let's say it only comes in like a pack of like 8, I'd have to buy so many to keep up with the demand. And then sometimes it's like, especially now around the holidays, things are delayed and they take a long time to get to me. So unfortunately, so that is kind of, you know, frustrating. But yeah, this order is really big and I'm really excited and really grateful. It's just crazy to me. Like when I first opened my Etsy shop, I think I have like 550 sales now in my Etsy shop, which is amazing. Like when I first opened it, I was still working full-time as a nurse. And I remember my first sale was a cow glass. And I was like, I literally couldn't believe that someone bought something from me. I'm like, what do you mean? And like at that point in time, like I didn't really know how to ship anything. I didn't know how Etsy worked. And I'm pretty sure I just sent it to them without like a packing slip or anything. But yeah, they were my first customer. And now it's like, oh my God, I have someone buy like, you know, basically their entire like Christmas gift list in my shop. Like that's crazy. And I don't know, I'm grateful. It's just really exciting. So I'm like, I want to make things as quick as possible, as like well made as possible. Cause I'm like, if someone's choosing to spend their hard-earned money in my shop, like buying things that I'm making, I want it to last and I want to be proud of it and I want them to be happy. Okay, so I'm finally onto the last 2 keychains. Snowflakes and 2 types of trees, which I actually have, I can't remember now, my brain is like all over the place. If I filmed it, I think I did, of new Christmas keychains that I made that also have trees, but they're more like Christmassy. This is more like wintry type. Yeah, and I actually wound up, because I was getting a little confused and a little worried that I wasn't gonna be able to keep track of like which ones were which, and also they all kind of look the same, so I like felt kind of bad. So I didn't want the customer to get confused either, being like, oh my God, now I have to open all these. I wound up labeling them like the bottom, so hopefully this stays. And then I tied them all together, like these are all like the same type, and I tied them all together and then labeled them on the bottom. Hopefully that'll help. I have to wrap now. 5 glasses, 4 mugs, and 1 bag, and then I think I'm finally good to put everything into 1 box. Also, remember how I said earlier that I had a mushroom glass that no one bought, but the keychain was really popular? They bought a mushroom glass. Also, this one is so cool. So it's starting to fade a little bit now, but it's color changing. So wait, let me see if my hand, if I put my thumb over it and like make it warm, it'll be white. Or maybe I should try this one. Since I keep everything out in my garage and it's cold out there, it's already colored. And then once it warms up, the light bulbs will be white. So they also got six claw clips, and I love that they are proactive with the green claw clips because those are shamrocks. So let me package these up and then I will be moving on to glasses. Look how many things this is. That's crazy. Seeing it like all at once in the middle. Oh, actually there's a bag that I forgot to put in here too. But oh my gosh, so many. Hopefully my box is big enough. I honestly can't get over how perfectly everything fit in here. If they had bought like one more thing, it probably wouldn't have fit. Before I close it up, I'm gonna add my thank you card and some product care tip cards, and also these cute little stickers that I made yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna close it up. Did you wanna help me? I also had my last market of the year. If you're doing any kind of craft market, I highly recommend this wagon. It's literally saved my life so many times. I should have gotten it sooner. And I was super excited to finally put out some of my winter stuff. I did this market in mid-November, so I tried to do a mix of winter and fall items. And it was incredibly cold because it was mid-November, and I don't think I'll do another outdoor winter market like this just because it was so cold that people didn't really want to shop, but it still was a good experience. These milk cartons were really popular too. I got a lot of compliments on them. I tried to hang this extra rattan wall decor that I had. I bought a whole set for my wall in my office and I had a few left over, so I hung them up in my booth because you can never have too much decor. I get a lot of my beads from Michaels, specifically the round faceted beads. They're on sale a lot of the times and they have like a really good color selection, so I had to go to pick up more Christmas beads. They also had these really adorable houses. Like, are you kidding? The cat one? Oh my god. Even though it wasn't even Christmas at this point, I came here in like the beginning of December. A lot of stuff was on sale. I like to pick up these pics when they're on sale for when I take pictures of my products in my Etsy shop. And most of the time when I'm using these, they're laying down flat. So if they're a little bit wonky, I actually sometimes prefer that because it can work a little bit easier in my shots. One of my favorite parts about having a small business is getting to take these pictures. I think it's really fun. Even though the editing can take a while when I'm taking like 200 pictures of my products, it's still a lot of fun. Here are some of the Christmas keychains that I made. I really love these ornament ones. I did a few different options. So of course they needed a neutral option, but then I really wanted like your very stereotypical Christmas vibe. So here is that option. And I just had like a few different winter and Christmas themed beads that I wanted to use. I honestly, I just get the beads and kind of throw things together on the spot. I never really have a plan of what I'm going to be doing with it. If I see a really cute bead and I have that idea, I'll just buy it and then try to work with what I already have. I'm going to show you how I'm using this UV resin later. I use it now with my keychains every single time I make one. It is a must-have in my opinion. I'm going to make a Christmas light keychain now. I want to use all 5 colors that I have. They did have more color options, but I just thought that 5 was a good number, so that way it's not too busy of a keychain. Usually I'll use this curb keychain and I'll count 14 to 16 clasps long is the typical length of my smaller keychains. And the layout that I've been using for a lot of my keychains has been putting a bead at the last end of the chain and then putting another bead on the top part of the chain where the clasp goes. So I'm just going to open up this jump ring and put a bead, a clasp, and then the chain on it, and then close that up. And I'm really just kind of eyeballing where I'm putting these bigger beads. These lights were a little bit big. They did work out in the end, but it was a little difficult to like open it and close it because they were so thick, but it did work out. I really try to make sure that everything is evenly spaced out and one section is not more clustered than the other. Here I'm using those beads that I got at Michael's. I'm just going to put a flathead pin through the bead and then close it off using my one-step looper. The new jump rings that I got don't close all the way. They're a little bit thinner than the previous ones I was using, but I can't find those anymore. They only came as part of a kit, so I had to buy new jump rings. I was really worried that because the jump ring didn't close all the way, that the keychain could potentially fall off. So you can see there's like a gap right there. So what I do now is, of course, wear gloves and apply just a dab of the resin on the open part and squeeze it together with my finger, and then it comes with this little UV light, so I'll just apply that to the resin for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then it hardens and now it's closed completely, and unless you're really looking up close, you can't even see the resin at all. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It may be a while until I do a crafting vlog like this, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'll get to do one again soon. And if you want to see more content like this or more crafts, Cricut tutorials, stuff like that, then just subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!